Check out the all-new Tigo 8 at S-Pass Motors. Call 3522-222 or 353-2222 for more information. Cherry.
You're watching QTV this morning. We are back again. And if you miss anything discussed here, you can go to our social media handles. You can watch the program on Facebook and, of course, on our YouTube channel. And we'll go to the newspaper review now. And Aliu?
Yes, I have this standard newspaper here, and then it says NAWEC bus predicts national electricity coverage by 2025. National Assembly warns agri officials against future delay in supply of fertilizer. My party tells Gambians to stop going after each other. Yeah, that's what we have on this standard newspaper. And also Pura to address expensive mobile data in the Gambia.
Okay, this is the Point newspaper. And of course it reads, Barrow declares Monday as holiday for Eid al-Adha. I know most people will be happy about this one. Yeah. And of course, RAM prices skyrocket as Tobaski looms. Barrow reveals over 500,500 Gambian. Okay, 500. I think they made a mistake.
5,500.
5,500 Gambian die every year due to NCD. And of course, we also have trade advocacy for 25 Anglophone journalists on the way in Lagos. ECOWAS urges international community to provide humanitarian security support to Burkina Faso. Yes, that's the Point newspaper.
And also in sports, we have former GFF president Sidi Kinte endorses Sadibou Kamaso as the GFA prepares for its elective congress in August. I mean, we will discuss this and other headline stories with Mr. Essa Jallo, who is already in the studio. Essa, the NAWEC boss predicting we are going to have a universal electricity coverage by 2025. Do you think this is achievable? 2025 is not.
Yeah, I think so. But for me, I think the most important thing is reliable energy. Yeah. Right now, we do have some part of the country that has electricity, but it isn't reliable. We can't depend on it 100% to do whatever we do. And that is hampering development, because you see, energy is key to whatever development needs of a country is. And right now, the kind of energy supply that we have and its affordability is actually harming the economy in many sense. So, but then it's good news that the boss is predicting that we might have countrywide electricity in 2025. But what I would want him to predict is reliable and cheap energy, you know, for everyone in the country by 2025.
Yeah. Well, if you look at it, it's important you've mentioned the point there, reliable. At some point, when you look at NAWEC's electricity supply up country a few years ago, it was said, I mean, they will have reliable electricity. But at some point, those people up country were complaining, they were experiencing shortage when it comes to electricity. So it's not only saying it, but also implementing it to make sure it happens.
Yeah, just like I said, you see, they keep renewing stuff. For example, I read not long ago that one of the engines has been there since the Jawara era.
That's the famous number 6.
The famous number 6. It looks like it is very reliable, because if it's been there for that long, it means it's been a good engine. But I have seen, for example, in my area, there used to be some other sources that we tap our electricity from, and all of a sudden there were new poles that came in, and then energy supply, we started tapping for our electricity from those poles. What I have realized from my home was, as opposed to other people, I was having a higher voltage where I had to buy stabilizers to bring it down, and others are, you know, experiencing very, very low voltage. So I think these are things that NAWEC needs to stabilize, to regularize, because I have lost appliance. Even just yesterday, as we speak, I lost my washing machine due to that high and up and down energies, because my stabilizer didn't work it. But like I said, you see, energy is key in national development. Having it everywhere is very, very important, but making it reliable and affordable is even more important, because if it isn't affordable or it isn't reliable, then it's no use even if it's everywhere.
Mr. Jallow, let's talk about how to afford it. I mean, we know some of the areas in the Gambia, we are tapping our electricity from our neighboring country. That is the areas of Farafenni and Basse, you know. So how do you think this thing is going to affect us in the future if Gambia cannot provide its own sufficient energy to be able to at least supply energy across the country? I mean, from here to Basse, it's like 300 to 400 kilometers. So I don't think it should be a big deal for you to supply electricity to those regions than taking it from our neighboring country.
I believe so. I think we need to look inward. For example, I understand they're looking that direction. I don't know how far they've gone. Renewable energy. Just recently, we've seen that a remote village of Nyamanar is being electrified using solar energy. I think we have that. Gambia has solar, you know, sunshine throughout the year. I think this is one area that NAWEC can look at renewable energy in terms of using solar energy, using windmills and stuff like that to be able to supply energy across the country. Relying on other people that are dangerous to it, because if you have problems with them, then they'll punish you with that, because you can see globally we'll have to rely on each other, but not the key things that we would require, not our lifeline, where you rely on another person. I think Gambia has sufficient resources to be able to provide its own energy that Gambia would rely on 100%.
I mean, like you said, I mean, the importance of energy cannot be overemphasized. I mean, even for investors, that's the first thing they consider when they want to invest in a foreign country, the energy and security. These are things that they don't compromise. But I mean, the NAWEC boss is talking about 2025. But as you rightly said, as we speak, I mean, the current state of energy supply is not as many would really want it to be. What do you think should be the short-term focus for NAWEC and the Minister of Energy to ensure, at least for the time being, those who have access to electricity really enjoy that reliability?
I think the focus is from where I began. You know, what we have, let's make that reliable. That needs to work first, because if that works, that would generate a lot more investment, and if that comes, that will trickle down to even to further points. It's important everybody has it, but let them look at other means of having alternative energy to other areas. We cannot cable the whole country in a very short period. I don't know, I'm not a technician, but that might be very difficult. We have this OMVG project that is around. I think it is a good initiative, and I think that would solve most part of our energy problem. But then it needs to be reliable, because if it is reliable and affordable, like you said, it will attract investment, which is key, you know, priority for any investor coming into the country. I think they should look at that. The reliability aspect must be fulfilled first before we look at having it everywhere when it is very, very unreliable.
Exactly. Let's shift our attention to President Barrow reveals over 5,500 Gambians die every year due to non-communicable disease. Looking at our health sector currently, Mr. Jallow, there are many things that are going on which can be prevented when it comes to how things are turning out, especially in our public hospitals. I mean, insufficient medication and the like. So he's telling you now 5,500 Gambians die every year.
Yes, you see, the health sector consumes a lot of government resources, whether you feel it as adequate or inadequate, but that is the reality. But some of those problems are self-inflicted. Most of these non-communicable diseases, due to ignorance or due to some deliberate actions like smoking, you know, are certain things that the citizens or the people themselves should be able to look and know that the things that they are involving themselves in are self-inflicted, and they can cause more harm to the general good. Because, like you said, this is an alarming number, And these are very, very much preventable in many, many, many ways. Government has a hand in it, but then largely individuals also have a large this thing. There needs to be more sensitization about certain lifestyles, certain things that we eat or we do that create these problems to us. I think the health sector has a role to play in that, because they have this health communications unit where they can tell people how to live a better life. And then the government, the people also need to understand there are certain things that when you do them, they are self-inflicted, and in the long run it is going to affect everybody, because what would happen is government would have to provide means to be able to cure that or to solve that issue, and that will take away funds from that one area to another area.
Exactly. So let's connect this to the suspended medical personnel. I mean, it is reported this week, I mean, the government, the Ministry of Health suspended 371 medical personnel. Do you think we are not adding salt to the injury?
Precisely so, because if 371 people working in any institution walk out, that will affect that institution in this country, because we are a small country. But then how comes this thing has dragged on for this long? What had, you know, the issue is there. The government or the health ministry accepted that they were supposed to fulfill an obligation that they didn't. And then negotiations went behind closed doors, and at the end of the day what we had was it fell through. It wasn't. But I think there were better ways of resolving this issue, because it's not about punishing those who are insubordinate to the system, but also looking at punishing them what is going to be the general implication. If their walkout actually affected the health sector, then suspending them would even create more problems, because you are removing a lot of people out of the service, and that means that there's going to be inadequate service, coupled with the many complaints that we have against the health sector. I think that there could have been better ways of doing this thing and looking at it at a more perspective, or how to call it, positive angle, than just looking at somebody didn't do this for me and I have to take this action, or somebody has taken an action that I don't like and I have to punish that person.
All right. RAM prices skyrocket as Tobaski looms. Mr. Jallow, I didn't get my RAM still, you know.
Well, I don't think there's news anymore.
You know,
this thing has been going on
definitely.
For the past weeks.
It's not news.
Price of RAM,
but it's important for us to mention it, because we are we are in that month, you know, a few days to Tobaski.
Yeah. Sometimes you would want a RAM and you wouldn't be able to get it. But sometimes if you cut your coat according to your size, you might be able to afford one. Because I have afforded one and it's very cheap. But I know a lot of people wouldn't want that size because of the kind of thing. Because you see, that is more important is the religious obligation. And if your strength, you know, cannot provide any, you know, a certain thing that you've seen, you know, you just have to cut it according to your size, and it is going to be the same reward. If you have it and you want to spend it, then well and good. But if you don't have it, look at what you can afford. I think there are prices for everybody.
Well,
you know.
I would tend to disagree. What might be cheap to Esa might be super expensive to somebody else.
That's true. That's true. But I can tell you,
Esa wouldn't buy a RAM anything less than $10,000.
And I did.
I'm telling
Esa for 9,000.
I'm telling Esa, I did not get my RAM yet. Esa, you know, I am waiting for Tobaski Day to go and buy my RAM. You know,
well, if you go, you probably will get something for $8,000. I don't know whether you like it.
You see, that's the problem. Let's talk journalism. Trade advocacy for 25 Anglophone journalists underway in Lagos. Well, let's talk about how important is this to be able to report when it comes to trade, when it comes to that sector. You know, journalism, Mr. Jallow, I think each and every person should specialize on a certain area to be able to work effectively. Don't you think so?
Yeah, probably not each and everybody, but a lot of people need to look at certain areas and be reporting on them adequately. You see, but for me, if I see these kind of programs, it's in two ways. Because why would trade officials train journalists? Not because they want the journalists to scrutinize them. They want a PR exercise. That is it. They want to tell you what they do, all the good things about it, and how you can tell stories about them so that what they do prosper. But if you look the other way, because if they show you a card and they say this is an A, and then they don't want you to look on the other side. And that goes with journalism. You don't have to look at one angle. You have to check here and then do there and then do a reporting. But I think it's important for journalists to understand the trade that they are reporting in. If you're reporting on trade, in finance, in whatever, you need to understand how that works. You know, you need to understand the technicalities about it. Because what happens is all these people will come to the public and they'll talk in technical language. It is the journalist's responsibility to translate that so that people can understand what are these people telling you. For example, if the security people say, "Oh, you can tell me, no, it's just like somebody, you know, how to call, deciding to go without obtaining permission, you know, so and they neutralize and things. So you'll be able to explain to the people what actually that means. So it's important for us to be able to be trained in this thing, but that stops us to understand the nitty-gritty of that area so that we can be able to report effectively and impartially on that.
Okay, Aliu.
Yes, National Assembly warns agri officials against future delay in supply of fertilizer. I mean, we're in the farming season. I mean, fertilizer supply, some people are complaining.
Yeah, the complaint has been there for far too long. They've complained about the delay, they've complained about the prices. I've had some interviews from some local radios where a farmer said even $2,000 is a lot of money. They would have preferred it to be at least 1,000 or 1,500. You see, fertilizer is a big issue when it comes to farming. And I also think that Gambian agricultural experts should now look at other ways of us being able to harness our agriculture to become more productive than it is. For example, now we squarely depend on rain-fed agriculture. We have our river. There are a lot of things that we can do to be able to do that. And this fertilizer issue also would come to a point where you may not be able to afford it. Look at what is happening around Ukraine, where most of the fertilizer is coming from Ukraine and Russia area, and that is going to affect us, and that's why sometimes these things would increase. But then if we are going to take any rational decision about fertilizer, we need to know what we are doing, because if you look at what happened in Sri Lanka, it is the same thing. They moved away from fertilizer, all of a sudden go into another thing, and the whole economy crashed. So, but we need to look at what works for Gambia. This reliance on fertilizer,
especially chemical fertilizer.
Chemical fertilizer. It is not the best way. It can go into organic fertilizer, but if we're introducing that, let us do it in a way that it would not crash our agriculture down. Because if people depend on fertilizer a lot more, we don't just wean them off immediately. But I think we need to look at other means of agriculture where we can be able to develop it. Like I said, we depend 100% or more or close to that on rain-fed agriculture. We wait for the rains to come. If they don't come, then we have a problem. When we have half of our river being fresh water, I think we need to look at how we can use that to mechanize that and help feed our agriculture. I think this is a sad situation.
I mean, even when you look at the issue of fertilizer, many people will tend to blame it on the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine. But if you look at the supply, ECOWAS, for instance, I mean, we have factories here that can produce enough to supply the supply, like the Dangote fertilizer factory. I mean, I understand we also have one in Senegal. Actually, I mean, they are exporting 80% of what they produce to Latin America.
Absolutely. See, that is it. You know, as the DJs would say, dance before dance abroad. So before we export that large ton of fertilizer to other people, you know, it's better for us to supply to our farmers. But the problem is, you know, around here we tend to be moving away from agriculture and getting into oil, because everybody's excited now of offshore oil here and there. And that is happening to agriculture. Oil in Nigeria, where oil has killed agriculture. And it looks like that is what is happening around this area. Senegal is gearing towards drilling oil. Gambia, the same thing, is very prospective. And people think that if this comes to the black gold, but that isn't it. I think agriculture is important, because a country should be able to feed itself. So if we happen to turn our attention into other means of getting money that can't feed us, then we'll still have a problem, because you can see that oil is also going on a different direction, where we have other means of safe energy or clean energy is coming. So we need to look at how we develop our agriculture to be able to at least feed us, not even looking at exporting. I think that needs to be a direction that our leaders need to look at and work more towards that.
And now let's go a bit away from politics and into sports. I mean, we all preparing for the upcoming GFF elective Congress. I mean, between Sadibou Kamaso and the incumbent Lamin Kababajo. Already we have seen some people have started coming out endorsing Sadibou. Among them is the former GFA, now GFF President Sidi Kinte. How important is this upcoming elective Congress Gambian football?
I think it has always been important. GFF Electric Congress or football congresses are very, very important. You can see how football has been transforming during the days of OB until now. The progress has been there, but very, very slow. The complaints are growing as more money is coming in. And the more we go, the better. Right now, what makes it even more important, Gambia has seen its football where it had never thought to see, going to see it. Going to the African Cup of Nations, and not only doing that, but getting to among the best teams. And then, you know, football fans are very unforgiving. They always want more. And they wouldn't want the bar to be raised down. So that is going to be the challenge for any executive that is coming. And the talk is going to be that whoever is going to take over would have to look at that. Anything less than getting to the African Cup of Nations will be seen as a total failure. And that is very, very dangerous because, you know, the competition in football now is getting stiffer and stiffer. You know,
it's normal level.
So this
it's a
one,
business now.
It's a business, and so this is very important. And I think because of the kind of money that people are talking about that is involved in football, it is making it also very controversial, and a lot of how to call it, punches are being thrown at different directions. Sometimes legible, sometimes sometimes legitimate, but sometimes really some wild accusations that you can't put anywhere. But I think this is very, very important for football now. It is very good. It is important for the future of our game. And for me, really, I think the way I see football is football should benefit everybody. By that I mean, you know, if you look at how much money is getting into the people who play the game, very, very minimal. How much money is going into the people who develop these talents from the ground, very, very minimal. So you see that now people who are actually behind desks are actually benefiting more than the people who are actually on the field. That is unfair. I think we know that individual players also try to uplift themselves and then gain more, and that is what took Gambia where it is. I think we need to look at football to benefit everybody. If you look at it in that dimension, then we will be able to get the right direction.
Exactly. We'll talk to our regional correspondent in NBR, Don Williams, to tell us Tobaski preparations and of course what the activities there.
Yeah.
You know, so hello Don. Good morning, Don Williams.
Oh, we've lost.
Okay, all right, we'll try to connect.
Yes, again. You can continue.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I have said. When football grows, everybody around football will benefit. You know, the journalists would have more to say and they'll be able to sell more airtime. You know, the vendors will be able to sell more. The people who are involved in memorabilia will have more. Parents at home will be able to see a lot more things coming from their sons, because you cannot let your son go out every day playing football and not coming home with anything. There are a lot more other things. One, if the person has not got very good qualifications in academic qualifications, then that means that person would have to find elsewhere to do a job. And then you see injuries also come along. Not everybody along the line is going to succeed. So all of these things need to be looked at. But what government actually needs to look at in this sports, particularly football, and the creative art industry, particularly music, takes a large chunk of youth employment. If this is harnessed, that is going to be something that government will have to, you know, will see a lot of increase in youth employment. If you make football beneficial to the grassroots level, right down to to the elite level, you'll realize that you are going to take a large chunk of the employment crisis, you know, away from your hands, and it is going to solve its own problem. The other thing is, I talked about the grassroots thing. I was talking about it previously. The system that we have of school football is obsolete now. The time that was being designed, there were not many schools. Now there are so many schools. I think that structure needs to be redesigned so that it can cater for everybody, then grassroots football can be had.
Exactly. I'm told Don is on the line again. Hello, good morning, Don.
Yes, good morning.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you all? I'm doing fine.
Very good. It's well, it's good to have you on this program. So what is happening? What is happening in Farafenni as far as Tobaski is concerned?
Thank you very much. And in Farafenni here, as usual, people are going about in search of lands and buying some other household commodities, preparing for the Tobaski.
Okay, all right. So what about well, people are talking about price everywhere. So does it apply to Farafenni as well?
Of course it is. Farafenni, when you go around, when you talk to people, The prices, they are complaining of the prices of commodities. Everywhere, people are crying. They say things are expensive. And even transportation as well. People are complaining of that. Because I even went to one of the stores in the market, there around the marketplace, to find out myself about prices. Indeed, the prices of commodities are escalating, are going up every minute and every day.
Yes, when you look at the geographical nature of Farafenni, it's not very far from Senegal. Don't you think that is also causing the problem? People leaving Senegal to Farafenni to purchase other goods.
Well, just as you said, Farafenni lies the geographical position of Farafenni, which is a transit point and a border town to the Senegal. It's very important because people are moving, even to buy fuel. I've got information that people are moving from here, Farafenni, to go into Senegal to get diesel.
So what is the minimum balance that you can get a RAM for?
That's a very interesting question. The RAM, the prices that are available are very expensive. The least price, when I inquire myself, ask where the RAM sales is being done, the least price I got was $15,000. $15,000 for
in Farafenni.
It goes up to about 33,000. I was asked, and then I was told 33,000 for one RAM as well. The prices, people are complaining for that as well.
In Farafenni?
Yes.
Well, I'm planning to send my money up country so that they can buy a RAM for me. I mean, so it's expensive down there.
Yes, it's expensive. In fact, the RAM sellers are telling, because the sales are not very high now, because they are saying that people are waiting because the sales is low, because people are waiting on the last day because they are afraid of when they buy the RAM to keep it in their homes. Things will go into their homes and steal it again. Yeah. So they have not come out in large quantity, in large numbers to buy the RAM as yet. But yet still, the prices of RAM, it's very high.
Yes, Don, I mean, I don't think Farafenni, it should be a problem, because looking at Farafenni, yes. Well, you have a lot of space where you can rear small ruminants. I mean, it should not be a problem. People of Farafenni should not struggle to buy rams for Tobaski.
Yes, there are people who are doing who are rearing ruminants as sheep, as you have said, and goats. Yes, they are rearing it, but yet still, these people some of them again are rearing it to go and sell again to make money. So when they are rearing it, they go out, they increase their price. When you ask, they say things are expensive.
Okay. Don, did you get your ram?
Well, my ram has been slaughtered long, thousands of years ago. I will look for one if you want.
He said his ram been slaughtered thousands of years ago. Well, yes. we'll try to engage you again after Tobaski, you know.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Don.
And have a good time.
Yes, Don Williams there from Farafenni, our regional correspondent. Well, I think this is everywhere. Mr. Jallo, there is no need for me to go and buy my ram from Farafenni. I better stop.
No, but I think you are catered, SIS here, so that's fine.
Well,
as I said, he bought one very cheap, so I don't know what
if you look at Esas ram, man, I know it will be a very big ram.
I saw someone out there watching his side, SIS for
Esa.
Bought, I don't
Esas ram.
No, don't judge the book by it.
All right, you see, everybody is talking about the price, and most of the time when you talk about prices, people tend to put this on the government, and government doesn't have control on prices. Don't you think we should now start putting in price control in the Gambia?
Oof, price control. I remember my younger days there was price control, but that is a dangerous route to take. Yeah. If you talk to economists or financial experts or whatever, I think the free market system is better. I think what we need to do more is to encourage more of this small ruminant rearing in this country and giving them the all the benefits that they would require, excuse me, so that they would be able to rear it cheap, and then that means selling it cheap, because rearing animals is not an easy task. They will tell you how much money you would spend in just feeding. If you know other alternatives, that could be okay, but that needs to be done. They need to look at how would they encourage Gambians to be able to do this thing and then be able to rear as many animals as possible to be able to sell it locally. I think that is the way forward. Importing rams all over the place wouldn't make us self-sufficient, and it is only going to help the price increase, because you know what happens? You know, Gambians, we copy each other. If Balde sells ram today and he makes a lot of money, next year Isa is going to get into it, and it makes it even more and more expensive. So that is the situation. People have gone into Senegal and by extension to Mali, where rams are being brought, and that has that is going to have an impact on it, because if they buy these rams, the longer they keep it, the more expensive, because they are going to feed them. And they are likely to spend money in feeding them, and they wouldn't want to sell them at all.
Exactly.
So
yes,
that's the situation.
I'm told Ibrahim from CRR is also on the line, our regional correspondent. Ibrahim, good morning.
Good morning, Balde.
Man, what's happening? You look good on the screen, man.
Nice. Thank you very much.
All right. So what is happening in CRR at the moment, as far as Tobaski is concerned?
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me, Balde. It's like things are not the way it used to be previous years back, because if you look at the movement here in Bansan that have to do with the Tobaski Fest, it's very, very, very dull. It's minimal with that of previous years.
So tell us, what do you think it's the problem, Ibrahim?
If you take a good look, the prices of the rams are very expensive, and everybody is complaining of the hype of the rams that are so much expensive, and people are complaining to the clothing, like clothes are very expensive in the market. And at the same time, the Tobaski came at a time whereby the farmers who are living around here in its surrounding are in farming season. Most of them have sown their crops, their coos and granules are already on the ground, and probably they cannot remove it and sell it to make money, at least to go and buy rams or goats for their family for the Tobaski Fest.
Exactly. I'll ask you the question that I asked Don Williams in NBR. I mean, what is the minimum amount that you can buy a ram for in CRR?
Yesterday, I saw somebody bought a ram for $8,500 here. That was the minimum price I've seen since the business of ram started that have to do with Tobaski Fest.
Is that a big ram?
It's not that big. It's just a sizable one. It's good though. It's good for slaughtering. It's fit for slaughtering. Yeah, sure.
Ibrahim, you should not have problems in CRR. I mean, we have the Lumos, the Brikama Bar Lumos, we have a whole lot of Lumos. So I don't think there should be a problem. I don't know what the problem is.
This Lumo, sometimes, if you take a good look, is very funny. Those who are doing this are ruminant business in the Lumo. What they will do, like, I will take my ram to the Lumo, and you will buy it from me. I will go and sell it to another person, and that person will go and sell it to another person. So before the end of the day, like 3 or 4 people will get access to that one particular ram. And if I buy it for $5, the next person is going to sell it for $10, and the other person is going to sell it for $15. So that's how the price will keep on going up. So definitely it's very difficult in the Lumo. In fact, people prefer to buy it in their various communities and towns than into the Lumo to look for this ruminants for their sacrifice.
Ibrahim, finally, I mean, many years ago, I mean, people living around the Combos will all go back to their roots to go and spend the Tobaski with their families. Is that happening currently in CRR?
Yeah, this is what I'm telling you. Years back, but right now it will make the traffic is very hard. The vehicles are going up and down. If you take a good look this year, it's very, very slow, and it's dull. It's dumb, and definitely. You see the Tobaski is fast approaching. And the other thing here is like, Balde, it's like here, there's a system here, like, I have a lot of people saying they're going to pray on Sunday, and and the Supreme Islamic Council announced that the Tobaski Fest is going to take place on Saturday, and most of the people here are going to pray on Sunday. So it's like there is something going on that people need to understand.
Ibrahim, I will talk to you after Tobaski to at least see how everything transpired in CRR.
Thank you very much, Balde.
Thank you, Ibrahima. Ibrahima Jallow there, our regional correspondent in CRR, talking to us about the activities. So it's like a general problem.
Yeah, it is. It is a general problem. He talked about certain things also, which is like many people will be traveling to the provinces to be able to, normally in Tobaski time, like somebody told me jokingly, oh, we'll soon have our town back because all the economic migrants will be moving back to their villages to celebrate Eid.
Oh my God.
So
it's serious.
We'll have the exodus is beginning today.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I mean, for me, that's the part I love about Tobaski, and other feasts. I mean, you will meet a lot of people. If you go to Basse now, you will see people that you miss seeing long time. I mean, they'll all come to one place and you all gather.
I used to input.
Yeah.
I also
and Esa, you must have heard from our correspondent Ibrahima Jallow talking about the issue of Eid. I mean, even though the Supreme Islamic Council has announced that Eid is on Saturday, you have heard from him saying most of the people in the provinces are performing the Eid on Sunday.
Yes, I've heard that. That is a controversy that has been going on for so long. But for me, my belief is, you see, this is freedom of religious belief or freedom of association or whatever. Well, Supreme Islamic Council will advise government when it's Eid, and by that government is going to determine which day is a public holiday. If you want to pray on Tuesday, that's fine, no problem. But public holiday is only on Monday, and then we all have our peace.
We don't have a problem, and of course we'll also engage Alassane Bah from LRR.
So he will complain surely.
Jara Soma. Let's see what's happening in LRR. Good morning, Alassane.
Good morning, Mr. Jallow.
You call me Jallow.
I told you, see?
The Tobaski is changing everything. What are you thinking of? Did you get your Tobaski rap?
It's Ibrahima Jallow.
Today I'm giving you Jallow.
All right, so tell us what is happening currently in LRR.
Actually, here people are busy on the Tobaski. Right now I'm at the where they sell the ship, where the ship vendors are in the market, and people are crisscrossing trying to see what they can buy. But actually, I talked to some business people who said the business is too slow because they think with the price hikes or the price increments, that is why people are not coming out to buy goods. But actually, if you know Soma is a crossing point or a transit. So you have a lot of Senegalese crossing from Dakar, Ziguinchor, and you have a lot of cars coming from Banjul to Basse, from Basse to Banjul. Usually Soma is a stopping point. So Soma is actually, right now, the traffic is just very busy.
Exactly. So tell us, I mean, I am interested to know, what is the minimum price that you can get a ram for?
Actually, a minimum price of a ram. Let me ask even one of these people who here. Actually, I know it's like 10, 15. How much does a ram cost? From 17,000, up to 16,000, 20,000, even 20,000. Like a ram, I can see here. They said actually.
Can you, Jima? Esa, do you have anything for him?
Mr. Ba, I hope you've not gone to the goldsmith to sharpen your teeth for the Tobaski.
Actually, it's going on. That is the prices. So people are really scared of the prices actually, but others are buying.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Ba. We will engage you after Tobaski, to know how everything turned out. All right.
Okay, Mr. Balde. Mr. Balde, thank you so much for this. Yeah, I'll be waiting.
All right. Thank you very much. Yes, that's our regional correspondent in LRR. I mean, 17,000.
There's nothing to worry. We have the chickens here.
17,000.
So we have the imported chickens.
My friend,
here.
Tobaski, we will not eat chicken, my friend. How can we eat chicken?
Probably,
Come
if you go to Fonyi, they'll eat chicken.
Yeah, Fonyi, even Nyomi.
And if you go to the hospital in Fonyi, most of these jolas will be
No,
admitted.
Mr. Jallo,
They'll ask to
even
be
Nyomi.
admitted.
If you don't have price for ram, all that you do is wake up in the morning, go pray your prayer, and come back to the house and wait for your neighbors. It's all about waiting for your neighbors.
Absolutely.
We share and care. Yes.
But surely everybody will have meat. I can guarantee that.
Yes. Exactly. So thank you very much, Mr. Jallo, for coming on this platform. It's always good to have you here.
Yes.
We appreciate coming and your contributions. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, viewers, we'll take a short break. After the break, then we'll talk about transportation, RAM, a whole lot of Tobaski issues. So we'll be talking to GTSC, Jainaba Ba, Marketing Manager, and Ibrahim Akoli, Operations Manager. We'll be back.
Your favorite QCell service has gotten bigger. eFunkanta. Now you can loan bigger credit amounts to make life easier for you. Loan $75 and $100 and pay later. Yes, you heard me right. Get credit loan from $10 to $100 using eFunkanta by dialing *393#. Anytime you run out of credit, whether you want to buy Q-Power, browse the internet, make urgent calls, or send SMS. eFunkanta is the service for you. Dial *393# and choose the loan amount of your choice with no hassle. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyabus, the pioneers of mobile loan service in the Gambia. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
To make sure your company's products and services reach your potential customers, it is essential that you choose the right channel for your marketing purposes. QTV has the widest reach locally and beyond, and we can give your business the visibility it needs. Call QTV Marketing on +220 324 4444 or email us at marketing@qtv.gm and take your business to the world.
Check out the all-new Tigo 8 at S-Pass Motors. Call 3522-222 or 353-2222 for more information.
Cherry.
QCell company bu ëppa client yu ees yu koy jëfandikoo ci biir réew mi QCell am 4G plus coverage bu gën a yaatu ci biir réew mi internet bu gën a gaaw ñetti yoon naataangoom yi kon nag toxul léegi dal di dial *335# dal di bànneexu 4G bu déggantaan QCell network Gambia bu ñu gën a wóolu.
Q Money, the biggest mobile money service in the Gambia, has taken mobile banking to the next level. Now, you can link your Q Money wallet with your bank account. Yes, link your Ajib or EcoBank accounts with your Q Money wallet and get instant access to your cash anytime. No need to queue at the bank anymore. Transfer funds from your bank account to your wallet or your wallet to your bank account using Q Money Bank Link is the fastest, most secure, and convenient way to transfer funds between your wallet and bank account. For more information, call our customer care on 133. Q Money, so you can pay.
Welcome back from that break. You're watching QTV this morning. I am Ibrahim Abalde, and I am with my colleague Aliou Cisse, Mr. Aliou Cisse already. Now you have to show Aliou some respect, at least. He is a married man now. And let's talk about Tobaski transport arrangement, ferry service. We all know when it comes to transport in the Gambia, you cannot mention transportation without putting the ferry service. And we have John Kunda Suso, Senior Terminal Manager, Gambia Ferry Service. And of course, we have Fatu Baji, Communication Officer, Gambia Ferry Service. And you're welcome, Mr. Suso and Miss Baji. Mrs. or Miss Baji?
Miss Baji.
Miss Baji, okay.
Yes.
All right, so you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Tell us about the transportation arrangements when it comes to this Tobaski. I know you've been receiving a whole lot of people crisscrossing Bara Banjul, and sometimes it's inconvenient not only to those crossing but to you people.
Thank you very much. As we all know, the ferry services, you cannot take us out of the movement of goods and services in this country. And then it's incumbent upon us to transport the passengers' goods and services for both direction, north and south bank of the country. And this is what we are doing. And then this Tobaski operation is no exception. And we are on alert. We are transporting them as they come. And then we are waiting to see more people to come and then to get them crisscrossing the River Gambia.
But I mean, transportation also comes with convenience. How convenient is the ferry transportation system? It's very important. Number one, speed is important, which they complained. Most of the time, your ferries are very slow. At the same time, let's talk about the hygienic conditions. I mean, these are all things that should be put into consideration.
You know, in the operation of ferries, sometimes they will tell us the ferries are very slow, but that is not the case. You know, the ferry goes sometimes against the tide. And then when you go against the tide, in normal circumstances, your speed limit, you have to guide it. And then we all know that we have to take safety into consideration. We are carrying lives and property. So in doing so, we have to take our time in transporting the people cross the river with safety precautions. And then that is one of the reasons why we are doing that. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Fatu Baji.
Yes.
Fatu, can you tell us, I mean, as a communication officer, how often do you engage the people there? I know you talk to the people direct, and you know, you hear most of their complaints or some of things that you want to put through. Tell us, what do you think should be done, or some of the things that you think at least the people can do to help you to make it very easy?
To make my work very easy?
Absolutely.
Very well. That is if they're always ready, I mean, to show us the constraint that actually they're having when it comes to them crossing, I mean, the ferry. But before that, one of the complaints, just as you said, people said, is the slowness of the speed of the ferry. Think now that is coming to be a thing of the past, because this new management, I mean, since it came, it has, I mean, make sure that the ferries got new engines. Before, they were running with just 2 engines, but now looking at Kanilai and Kunta, they are running with 3 engines, and that makes the speed of the ferry to actually be faster than before. Now it doesn't take them to wait for so long at the terminal there for a ferry to come. Now, if it was taken, let's say, for instance, for an hour, it takes less than 45 minutes sometimes, or exactly 45 minutes for a ferry to go just at Bara and come back again. Those are the constraints that we're facing. But now, it is a thing of the past. I can attest to that. And usually, sometimes, like I always said, when it comes to Gambia Ferry Service, it's not just Gambia Ferry Service. The reason why, in fact, the Gambia is added, it means we have to work collectively in order to see the institution, I mean, moving forward. So if people are having constraints, of course, the Gambia Ferry Service stand firm, very committed to ensure that the constraints that they are having, I mean, to come a history. So, but that cannot only happen, even though we are working so much hard. I mean, the commitment of the general public, it's definitely, I mean, needed. Because when we are working there, making things go fine for them, to make sure that we provide effective and efficient service to the general public, their commitment is truly, I mean, needed. in terms of hygiene, you know, gathering them together and all that. So that is really
I just want to come in here, Mr. Suso. As we speak, how many ferries are in operation? And knowing that tomorrow is the last day, I mean, so many people, especially these new makers, I mean, you know, they think they own the ferries. And I'm from Jara.
Mr. Suso, I think we can probably answer that.
Exactly. So, I mean, what measures do you put in place to ensure there's that free flow of traffic tomorrow, especially the last day?
Thank you very much. As you have highlighted, as she has said, we are on high gear. Presently, we have 3 ferries in operation, and then as the demand is higher, the supply will be there. And then not only that, we are ready to transport the passengers and goods and services to finish. As they come, we carry them. So we are there for them. Previously, it was like we have one ferry. Sometimes the journalists will always be on our head. You know, there are no ferries. The ferries are breakdown. But let me tell you, with the coming in of the new management we have, with his vision, Mr. Jawara, he has changed the dynamic of this place.
Sure.
And the operations now is coming. In fact, the customers are happy. Yeah. We have 3 ferries running, and then we will be operating to finish. What we have every day, we make sure we will finish. You know, as you have said, the demand is going to be high. For example, you start today, tomorrow or so. If you go to the terminal, you will find a lot of people. Well, let me promise you that we are there to carry them to finish.
Exactly, Mr. Suso, that's important. You want to say
yes,
something?
Yes, I want to add to Ali's question, how many ferries are applying right now? I think, yes, I'm sure of what I'm saying now, not even I think. Yeah. There were 3 ferries, there was a rehabilitation process of ferries, and we can consider that as plans towards the Tabaski, to ensure we satisfy the customers. So 3 ferries are applying right now, and they've all undergone a rehabilitation process. We did the face lifting and all that to make sure that they're hygienic, to make sure that the speed is there, to make sure that they are all available to help the customers that are crossing.
And finally, what's your message to the public in terms of their cooperation? I know you will need their cooperation. Yeah, this Tabaski people are going, some people say they are so impatient. They just think they will just come and get into the ferry and cross over. What are you asking for from the public?
We need their patience. We need them to listen to us. This is why we have put in place, we have the security measures for safety. We have the Red Cross in case of any problem. They come for first aid, and then we have our securities there who will be directing them to do exactly what we want for the safety of their lives and their property. So these are things that we have put in place, and I'm sure if they go according to what we are saying, is going to be a free problem situation.
Well, exactly. As much as people complain a lot about the Gambia ferry service, but I think people are doing a good job. It's not easy. To transport people all the time, and at the same time making sure the vehicle, the amount of vehicle that cross at the same time, people, you meet a lot of people. Previously, I think you've been having a lot of issues, but actually, from my own experience, I've seen some of those things are now coming up, I was impressed the last time I crossed. As journalists, it's important for us to talk about things that are not going right. But it's important to acknowledge things if they are going right too.
Thank you.
Yes, let's talk about the app. What about your app?
Yeah, the tracking app.
Very well.
I remember Jawara once telling me about the new app that you have developed.
Yes.
You see,
you can track the ferry and know where the ferry is and all those things.
Okay. Like I said, we have a visionary leader. That is Mr. Jawara. As he came, he brought in systems that can change the institution to a better one. Like I said before, the journalists were on top of us. But now, you said something that I'm very happy with. If we do the good things, you say it. And then when they do something else, you criticize. And we are there to adjust ourselves to be able to meet exactly what the expectation of the people. When Jawara came in, he first lifted the ferries to make sure that the demand is met. So the 3 ferries, like she highlighted, we have 3 ferries running. The engines were bought and everything, they are working. And then now the app, even anywhere in the world, you can track the ferries. You know how many ferries are running. If you are coming from, right now I am here, for example, I'm going to Nyomi. I will just track the ferry to be able to know is Kunta Kinte in Bara or Banjul? At what time should I leave Banjul? I know my time. So by the time I reach Banjul, Kunta Kinte is there. I'm gone.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, interesting. Time is against us. I mean, in few seconds.
Okay, in few seconds. I think this ferry app is very important. It's good to know that there is a ferry tracking app, but it's also important for people to know, in case you want to download it in your Android phone, I mean, you go to Play Store, have it in your mobile phone, you need to have connection, internet connection, I mean, to get access. So when you do that, it will show you options. You have the schedule, you have the tariff, you have the map. So if you click on the map, it will tell you where the ferries are exactly. So when you see the ferries on the map, click on the picture of that ferry, the image, I mean, it will tell you which ferry is plying. So when you go to schedule, what time is it, you will know. When you go to tariff, it will tell you all the prices, and that's so beautiful. And people are enjoying
so imagine Nyominkas tracking ferry.
Yes, exactly. And tomorrow we'll be having a special Tobaski preparation.
Yeah, exactly.
So I know
live from the
our team will be out there. We'll be there with you. I mean, to look at certain things. Yes. So thank you.
So just briefly in Wolof, balanga dem rek so ñu ko mëne tenkal ci Wolof ci lu gatt rek elek nak ngeen nekk di wajale dem julé bi last day bi elek. And la nga nekk di sentu ci askan nga ñu ngi ñëw pour jall especially ñoom kay xam nga ñoom na dañ def wone ferry bi ñoko
xam nga ferry services operation nekul nek pour ñoom kay la. So gisee programme da ngay gis sénégalais yi di dem. Lord Mota, so during the day of Tobaski or after a few days, though I'm Darachi Marsebi, you know the yobu guy all the time. So legi you get talk for dilen har. Nakalen nyoy rak dilen le yobu. So safety be more gonna important. So len nyoy ngen deglu ligay kat yi neka fofu di len wax len lan ngeen wara def. So len defé lolu. Da ngay gis da ngeen need them without any problem.
Yes, thank you very much. That's what's the name again?
Jonkunda.
Jonkunda. Well, it's more of a typical Susokunda name, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I hope you're not related to the Susokunda in Lamen.
Yeah, I do.
The
Indica Suso.
Indica Suso.
Yeah,
but we're running out of time.
So, yes, thank you very much, Jenaba and John Kunda for Fatu Baji for coming on the program. Tomorrow our team will be there.
We'll be there tomorrow.
Yes.
You are welcome.
Yes. We'll take a short break. After the break, then we'll talk to GTSC. We'll be back.
And conditions apply.
As the fastest growing GSM company in the Gambia, QCell has the widest 4G plus coverage in the country, 3 times faster internet speed than our competitors. So switch now and dial *335# and enjoy what true 4G feels like. QCell, the Gambia's trusted network.
QCell company bu ëppa client yu ees yu koy jëfandikoo ci biir réew mi. QCell am 4G plus coverage bu gën a yaatu ci biir réew mi, internet bu gën a gaaw ñetti yoon naataangoom yi. kon nag toxul léegi dal di dial *335# dal di bànneexu 4G bu dëggantaan. QCell network Gambia bu ñu gën a wóolu.
Light. From the beginning of time, light has been there.
It is integral to our survival and to our way of living.
We need light to work,
to build,
to grow things, and even to see our loved ones.
Light makes things easier and better.
So QCell has changed the way you buy Q-Power to make it easier and more accessible.
You can now access the same service quickly and get your Cash Power tokens instantly with the new QCell QPower code.
To light up your world, simply dial *363#.
With the touch of your fingers,
with ease and convenience from the comfort of your home or office,
you can bring light into your world instantly with *363#.
QPower, lighting your world.
QCell Sunyabus.
We innovate, others follow.
Check out the all-new Tigo 8 at S-Pass Motors. Call 3522-222 or 353-2222 for more information. QCell woni GSM company ɓurɗo janɗude ko leydi Gambia ɗo e QCell 4G Plus coverage on ɓuri yawude laaɓi tati ɓe wone poɗodirde ɓen. Waɗu dial *335# fi wawa nafitorade ko woni 4G. QCell network ɓuraɗo holorede ko leydi Gambia.
Back again from that break. You're watching QTV this morning, and I am Ibrahim Abalde with my colleague Aliou Cisse. We're still going to talk about transportation. It's Tobaski in few days, and we have Jaina Baba, marketing manager GTSC, and Ibrahim Akoli, operations manager at GTSC. Gentleman and lady, you are welcome on this platform.
Thank you.
Okay, let's talk about transportation, how important it is. How prepared is GTSC? It is Tobaski. But first of all, let us start with the lady force. I don't want all these feminist activists to come to my neck. Let's start with you, Jainaba. Let's do this in Wolof. What ñu tuuti GTSC lan mooy seen preparation?
Thank you very much, Ibrahima, for having us. Jërëjëf si question boobu noonu. GTSC ñu ngi fi pour askan bi pour yóbbu customers yi all around the country. Tobaski is not an exception. Anytime festives yi mel ni happen, dañ dee génn all out pour make sure ñun ñi dem nañ understand nañ ne Gambia fii ñun ñu bari dañ ñëw fii nii rek si combo bi ñun ñëpp dañ dee dellu su julli jotee. So loolu tax na bi daf ñu dee jël almost 3 to 4 months in preparation pour ñu prepare pour Tabaski bi. So we have something that we call the Tabaski operations. Da nga gis ne Koli moo ko dee jiite li si ëppa. So dañ dee make sure ñu because gis nañ ne at yi passé nit ñi dañ dee xëccoo coow bi daf dee bari complaints yi ak yooyu noonu. So ñu ñëw ñu ne fu mu nekk nii dañoo organise dañ ko def mu gën a organise. So organisation boobu noonu nag ñu defar li ñoo wax boarding passes léegi nii du loo pour sa day of travel nga ñëw foofu di coow di xuloo di xëccoo non da ngaa ñëw xam nga bés bi nga war a dem so da ngaa ñëw before loolu noonu ñu jox la sa boarding pass lu yomba da ngaa dugga si rek ñu jox la ko nga dem toog dee booy dem nga ñëw dugga sa boos ñu oo sa tur nga dugga fay dem fi nga bugg a dem si sa destination si part of preparations yooyu noonu tamit dañoo xam nañ ne comme ñi ko dégg naa la fi léegi nga ne ñi dañu impatient ak yooyu noonu so dañ indi PIU officers yi in addition to ñun suñ security yi ñu am foofu noonu pour mun a control crowd bi mun a xam ne coow du am xëccoo du am ak yooyu noonu make sure daal nit ñi dem si jaama dellu si jaama
waaw am na solo lool operations manager, are we going to do this in Jola or are we going to do it in Fula?
Not in Fula anyways.
Koli is Jola, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Are we going to do it in Fula? You're going to speak Fula?
Not in Fula anyways.
All right. Mr. Koli,
yes.
Wax ñu tuuti as the operations manager, lan ak lan lañ war a séntu si transportation bi?
In what language?
Can you do Wolof?
Wolof not try.
Well, let's do this in English. We can have Jenna speaking Wolof and you speaking English.
All right, that's fine.
Just tell us as we
proceed.
speak. I mean, what is GTSC doing at the moment to ensure people have a convenient way of traveling to perform?
Okay, thank you for the question. As you rightly stated, every Tobaski we used to have pre-Tobaski preparation planning meetings, which we do in order to have a definite plan on how to respond to the public demand of their transport needs. So what we do, as you know, we work based on a schedule. We have our normal operation schedules, but when the Tobaski come, we have special services. Okay. So based on our operations or our services that we offer the community or the public. Based on that, we prepare boarding passes because we have hourly departures. Okay. Boarding passes which people will come and request. Based on their request, we issue them, and we ferry them come the day. So with that, we have a committee which is overseeing the whole operation. We transport our crew on the day. Like yesterday was every year we do it for 3 days. Yesterday we started, today and tomorrow we will finalize. Even though we have a lot of people, we make sure that all our crew are on the ground as early as 4 o'clock. And by 5 o'clock, our first services are deployed, heading down to 12 to 1.
That's 5 a.m.?
Yeah, 5 a.m. in the morning.
And like on a normal operation, I mean, you have limited buses plying the road. I mean, this is Tobaski, the demand is too high. Does this come with increased number of buses?
Yeah, what we do is, knowing that we have more of what we call one-way traffic, mostly is movement from Kombo towards the provinces, that is towards Basse. Okay. So what we do is, knowing that there is a low demand on the other side, we recall some of those buses to Kanifing, and then we divided the route into 3 segments, from Kanifing, Soma, Kanifing, Brikama, and then to Basse. So we also segregate customers based on that transport needs, or their demand needs. Those who are stopping at Soma, we give them services that will always stop at Soma, and to Brikama, and then to Basse. But by the time they reach their destination, the drivers come back with the vehicles, so that we have them ready for the following day.
It's important. Let's talk about this boarding pass you're talking about. What is the process of getting this? And if there is a fee attached, how much are you going to pay? Because it's important for us to mention the prices.
Yeah.
Yes.
As I said, you know, we have this boarding pass is segregated according to service type. Because we have one-way traffic, the return of the buses is mainly empty. So we have the normal express special service, we have the super express special service, and the Nuari special service. The normal express fare is $300 to Basse, but to Soma and Brikama is $230 and $260 respectively. But for the special Nuari, which is only targeting customers going beyond Brikama to Bansang Basse, they pay $500 per boarding pass or per personal ticket.
Per personal ticket.
Yes.
Okay. Jenna, lan moy sen lan ngeen expect si customer like passenger yu wara ñew lo len na ñaax gaay pour ñu mëna def ak nu ñoo behave when it comes to transportation?
Okay, Mr. Balde, balal ma rek ma answer sa question bi nga lekte ko li si angale tuuti rek boarding pass bi suma understand sa question bi duñ ko dee charge boarding pass bi you don't pay for it moom dang dee ñëw rek ñu issue la ko moom dang ko dee amee pour di boy travel mu yomba yow soo duggee nag si lañ la dee jaay ticket so waaw so da nga gis ne operation bi comme ni mu ko waxee 3 days la so 3 days boobu noonu day bi ngaa dem 3 days before the Tabaski any day bi ngaa dem dangaa ñëw nga wane sa boarding pass bi rek ñu xam ne kii buggoon na pour beneen joolaa du ñëw fële ne rek ne man dama bëgg a dem
waaw yéen foo ñu ngeen a wàcca ñun ñu dem Basse bàyyi leen ñu dem
waaw soo wanee boarding pass bi dinañ xam ne kii ñëwoon na jox nañ ko boarding pass bi so there's no fee attached to the boarding pass yow dangaa ñu woon ko rek dem ok li ñu expect suñ passengers yi even though we are happy with the turnout ak behaviors and everything gars yi ñu ngi ok coow amut xuloo amut xeex amut bi yoon gisuñ kenn ku mer sax ñëpp ñu ngi ok bi ñoo ñëw nii sax maa ngi naan ko li waaw tey moom I am happy because practically yóbbu nañ half of ñi ñi yëpp ñi fa des bareetuñ so comme ni mu ko waxee boss yi dañoo dem waaye dañ dee make sure ñu dellu si waat yëpp that same guddi boobu noonu ndax si suba si ñu mën a yóbbu ñu fi des.
Thank you very much. Bëggoon nañoo waxtaan lu ëppali waaye time bi jeex na xam naa ne dinañ leen invite maybe after Tobaski. waaw ñu gën a waxtaan ñu seet naka la ñoo defee naka lam demee daal weda yëpp dox na ndax doxul. xam naa ne dina dox nag ba pare soo leen naa ñëw next Tobaski ngeen indi xaalis bi lifin after Tobaski ñu indi xaalis bi fooguloo ko.
They will report to the National Assembly.
All right, thank you very much. We'll take a short break. After the break, then we'll go straight to the click segment. We'll be back.
Thank you.
Check out the all-new Tigo 8 at S-Pass Motors. Call 3522-222 or 353-2222 for more information.
As the fastest growing GSM company in the Gambia, QCell has the widest 4G plus coverage in the country, 3 times faster internet speed than our competitors. So switch now and dial *335# and enjoy what true 4G feels like. QCell, the Gambia's trusted network.
Light. From the beginning of time, light has been there.
It is integral to our survival and to our way of living.
We need light to work,
To build,
to grow things, and even to see our loved ones.
light makes things easier and better.
So QCell has changed the way you buy Q-Power to make it easier and more accessible.
You can now access the same service quickly and get your cash power tokens instantly with the new QCell Q-Power code.
To light up your world, simply dial *363#.
With a touch of your fingers,
With ease and convenience from the comfort of your home or office,
you can bring light into your world instantly with *363#.
Q-Power, lighting your world.
QCell Sunyabus.
We innovate, others follow.
QCell woni GSM company ɓurɗon janɗude ko leydi Gambia ɗo e QCell 4G plus coverage on ɓuri yawude laaɓi tati ɓe wone poɗodirde ɓen waɗu dial *335# fi wawa nafitorade ko woni 4G QCell network ɓuraɗo holorede ko leydi Gambia.
To make sure your company's products and services reach your potential customers, it is essential that you choose the right channel for your marketing purposes. QTV has the widest reach locally and beyond, and we can give your business the visibility it needs. Call QTV Marketing on +220 324 4444 or email us at marketing@qtv.gm and take your business to the world.
Check out the all-new Tigo 8 at S-Pass Motors. Call 3522-222 or 353-2222 for more information.
Sherry, your favorite QCell service has gotten bigger. eFunkanta. Now you can loan bigger credit amounts to make life easier for you. Loan $75C and $100C and pay later. Yes, you heard me right. Get credit loan from $10 to $100 using IFA Kanta by dialing *393#. Anytime you run out of credit, whether you want to buy Q Power, browse the internet, make urgent calls, or send SMS, IFA Kanta is the service for you. Dial *393# and choose the loan amount of your choice with no hassle. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyabus, the pioneers of mobile loan service in the Gambia. Want it? Order for it and pay quickly using QuickPay on the QMoney platform. With great technology comes ease and convenience. Get a glimpse of what a comfortable life is with QMoney by dialing *323# now. Call 133 for more information. QMoney, Sunyu Kalpe.
QCell woni GSM company ɓurɗon janɗude ko leydi Gambia ɗo e QCell 4G plus coverage on ɓuri yawude laaɓi tati ɓe woni poɗodirde ɓen. Waɗu dial *335# fi wawa nafitorade ko woni 4G. QCell network ɓuraɗo holorede ko leydi Gambia. QMoney, the biggest mobile money service in the Gambia, has taken mobile banking to the next level. Now, you can link your QMoney wallet with your bank account. Yes, link your Ajib or EcoBank accounts with your QMoney wallet and get instant access to your cash anytime. No need to queue at the bank anymore. Transfer funds from your bank account to your wallet or your wallet to your bank account using QMoney Bank Link is the fastest, most secure, and convenient way to transfer funds between your wallet and bank account. For more information, call our customer care on 133. QMoney, Sunyu Kalpe. Terms and conditions apply. Check out the all-new Tigo 8 at S-Pass Motors. Call 3522-222 or 353-2222 for more information.
Cherry. Light. From the beginning of time, light has been there.
It is integral to our survival and to our way of living.
We need light to work,
to build,
to grow things, and even to see our loved ones.
Light makes things easier and better.
So QCell has changed the way you buy Q Power to make it easier and more accessible.
You can now access the same service quickly.
Oh my God. Even on set, Ali will be calling his wife on television. Can you imagine? Hello, baby. Hello, baby. Hello. Come on, man. Yeah. Ali is a married man now. We are back again. And we're about to do what we call entertainment. We have Skengman.
Exactly. No, you know when you're newly married, you always miss your wife, you know, so I don't blame Aliu. Aliu is doing his thing today. Man.
Aliu, even on set, he will tell you, boy, hurry me, I want to
go see my wife. Exactly, man. You see, good morning, guys, man. It's a wonderful Thursday morning, and I'm wishing you guys happy Tabaski in advance from my end, man. And today in the studio with me, I have Hawa Gambia and Lil Pumps. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure, man. I'm a first timer. and you've been here before, man. So
Yeah,
you're not first
it's my
time.
second time.
Exactly. So today we're talking music today, you know. So Lil Pumps, I want you to tell us a bit about you, man, because you've been making waves on TikTok as well, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, like I want to greet my mom, my manager, my suma, everything. I'm gonna get my feel. Okay. Lil Pumps, I'm an artist, but I started music like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
In my grade 10. But si digante bi moy lolu like ma nga gis like changes yo xamne comme mo ma encourage dal am la ma feel.
Exactly.
Mo ma wonne bra yang am peaceful.
Yeah, exactly. Because you can do it, man.
So,
yeah. You know, the last time you came on the show, I was talking about how good you've become, how you've graduated from being an underground artist to becoming a household artist that people listen to nowadays, man. Okay. And congrats on that.
Thank
you.
And
I want to say big thanks for what you're doing. You put in more work in your music and career as well, man. So let's talk about how you've been doing music lately, because you just dropped a video, man. It's making waves.
Yeah.
To be honest.
It's really making waves.
Yeah.
First of all, I just want to say hello to every fan watching, to my family, to everyone watching that. It's your girl, Our Gambia, back again in the studio with the
Skengman Sweezy,
yeah.
doing it big again.
Yeah,
exactly.
So, alhamdulillah, we're doing great. I mean, we just, like I said the last time, it's about doing new things. It's about feeding your audience what they want.
Exactly.
So we're just working on that always, you know. Yeah.
So let's talk about the song you've dropped not long ago, man.
Yeah.
And the video as well. The visual is next level, and the song as well, man. Trust it. We're gonna play it. We're gonna have a taste of it. But let's talk about that as well, man. What inspired the song?
The song, okay. First of all, my EP. I dropped the EP like last year, I think,
exactly,
and a lot of people were like, "Oh, we need Afro Mbala from you."
Exactly.
So I was like, like so this is like I can say the first Afro Mbala I dropped, and people really appreciate it. The beat was done in Senegal actually, and the video was shot here, but it was shot by some Senegalese producers.
And this song is off the album as well.
The song is part of the album. It's part of my upcoming album, which I'll be dropping soon.
We're going to talk about the album. There's no need for us to rush into it, man. We're going to talk about it.
All right.
Because I know you have big names in the album as well.
Exactly.
Now, Lil Pumps, back to you, man. I know you've been doing your thing in school.
Sure.
Though you're a student, you just graduated this. You're yet to graduate this year, actually, man.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of fan base on TikTok, though.
Sure.
That's why when I saw your video, I was like, I need to call you on the show, man.
Yeah, the first that was
so
amazing.
how is it doing music in school? How does it work like?
Like I think like it's the best opportunity right now, because like right now, Gam music, but okay, muna neka plus. Come for example, my deka content of music, but can be my support like to that extent, do my solo. But school be more low. You neka friends like everybody. So you say na young get music, school be you have different kind of people.
Exactly, right.
So come new year soon la support TB school be. You gain and you spell class and konye low like the flood.
Yeah, I know people like you that are coming up in the industry. It's always difficult to have the right people to back you up in the music and whatever that you do as well. Man. So how is it like for people like you in the industry? How are you coping in the industry?
Just managing it. Like it's hard for real, man. Because right now, come long at the vape, I do it by myself.
You know.
This now I come upcoming artists, but it's when you like, for example, like to this platform. So if you begin your phone, them collaboration with big artists and stuff like that pay. But come now, believe me, okay, right now, maybe I'm not going to have this people, them pay you, but I can do this on myself.
Exactly, you can do it, man, you can do it.
Mother right now, come on, man, I'm going to mean that, just dig it over that.
And I told you, we are having fun in the studio today, and I mean it, man. So I am giving it honored, man, to premiere Our Gambia video on the Click segment today for the first time. Wow. You're honored to do that today.
Well, thank you very much, Our Gambia, and I will just ask the control room to play the video for us.
And I hope you're dancing as well with me today.
Oh yes, I mean, I like Hours. No, I've been following Hours. So
yeah, man. We're going for a quick break, but Our Gambia will be right back.
Yeah.
Real on the beat.
You're
By our Gambia, man. Trust that the song is on fire. Thank you. You got me on my feet when I'm doing that. You know that thing that I haven't done before. But so what's your take on the song?
Well, I love the video. The video is quality. I love the colors that are played on the video. I think we are getting somewhere. It's a very standard video.
Exactly.
So I was looking all this while looking at the the coloration
and the creativity as well.
And the creativity. And the voice that is on the beat. I mean,
exactly.
It's lovely. It's lovely, man.
Yeah.
So Awa is changing the face of Gambian music.
Exactly.
I mean, she sings internationally.
Yeah. So to me actually, I love the dances, man. I love everything about the video. I love the color. I love your outfit. I love everything that you portray. You know, and I know you put great work in the video.
Yeah.
But first of all, let's talk about this, man. Okay. Who worked on the concept for you, the video concept? Because it had a storyline. It tells a storyline, though.
The song is the video is by Phoenix Films. From Senegal. They did the concept and everything.
Yeah.
And the beat is produced by Brill, a Senegalese producer also. I think he's well known around. Yeah, and he did real good to this beat. Actually, we went to Senegal to record the song. I think we've been there like for a week to record the song and other songs that are part of the album. So
how would you rate the video from 1 to 10?
10.
Let's be fair.
10. It's 10.
Man, this video is 10.
Obviously, it's 10, man, to be honest. So we're going for a break by Lil Pumps. We'll be right back, man. It's called Balalen. We're going to give you the drill vibes today. From our Gambia, we're taking you to UK, man. Gambia, UK thing. We'll be right back after this music video.
It's Joe's music. Our trap, baby.
Balalen. Balalen. Nigga, balalen. Balalen. You mad? Hey, what? Balalen. 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 Nigga, balalen. 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 Nigga, balalen. 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 My nigga, balalen. 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 Nigga, you fi jaay seer ga balen. May fambo satal leen ñu sànni xeer sagal leen. Ey balalen seen kër leen duga bigal leen. May mu tal sukar si sellem sukal ma mandem heli la kondem. Balalen. 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 Nigga, balalen. 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 Nigga, balalen. 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 My nigga, balalen. 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 Nigga, balalen. Balalen. ñu wax dëgg tu jaat sagat ngay jëmal lettu lu kay mi def. Ma nigga hey Bugatti mbaa Ferrari lay ñëw woon léegi lu ram si def. Soo mel ne soo saat ni kaat nga jël sa poroxaay wax ñu lu la lay mi def. Ma nigga may wataat sa daal di teepi waat comme ni nga ko defoon si time yi. Balalen. 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 Nigga, balalen. 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 Nigga, balalen. 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 My nigga, balalen. 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 Nigga, balalen.
Right. Bumps, man.
Hey.
Trust it, man. I told you we're having fun today. We're not saying goodbye, but we're saying goodbye before the Tabaski, man. Today is Thursday. But let's talk about this song, man. This song is fire right there.
Thanks a lot, bro.
It's inspirational as well, man. Let's talk about this.
Okay, it's a song like recorded by Just Music. Shout out to my man Jaus. He's a good producer as well. And the video was shot by Alaji C. Yeah, I think you know him. Yeah.
Exactly.
Shout out to my G.
My brother, you doing it big out there.
Yeah. Like video bi soko say like concept bi dañ ñëw bi concept boo xam ne comme beat bi soko dégloo comme instrument in
It's drill things sort of, you know.
and ñu ngi fi dugal Arabic something and yeah stuff like that. So moo tax ñu sol abaye and xam nga buñ ko sudee sama mère bi mu ma se leen tooñ naan ma yéen mel ni injuli nii loolu la di def nii rek ne mère now you gotta like do something different because xam nga mooy loolu it's a drill thing and yeah man.
So what is the next big thing for you, man, as an upcoming artist in the Gambia right now?
Right now duma la mën a wax ne like lii la exactly but lu ma wax like nit yi ñuy seetaan right now man like ñu expect big things because comme ni nga ko dee waxee ne like wax baaxut
exactly
awa da ma feel bu nga wax en dara mu ñëw kal loo war a def and blah blah he was saying this and that yeah very good but nañ expect like more of this lii luñ def nii comme practice learning.
No, I know we're gonna get more of this on the show today, man. To be honest, we're gonna get more of this. So, okay, man, let's talk about the album you're about to drop in September, man.
Okay, so this album got me all excited, and I know
you're happy talking about it.
Yeah, I'm happy talking about it because I've given it my all.
Okay.
Like album bi bayuñ dara, like we did everything. I mean, quality video, we in for it. Quality beat, production, we're in for it. We're in for anything good, everything good that we can give to the public. So the album is going to be launched at Benjamin Hall, October 22nd. Mark the date, don't forget.
Obviously, we're not forgetting.
Exactly. So, and we have a lot of things installed for Gambia and the world at large. So the album,
you know, I'm about to break this actually. I saw Jizzle and ST with you in the studio.
Yeah. We have a lot of good collabs in the album. Actually, shout out to ST and Jizzle.
So how is it working with those two artists?
Motivating. It's motivating. It's I've learned a lot. It's a great experience, like being in the same space with both of them. Like ST, he's this type of artist that you always get inspired. You know, when you with him, Jizzle also likewise. So the amount of time I spent with them, I've learned a lot from them actually. And the songs we did are fire. Like I cannot wait. I can't wait. Exactly. So
you know. To be honest, I'm proud of you, man. I'm always gonna say this on the show. I'm very proud. I'm really proud of what you're doing,
man.
Thank you. Now, Lil Pumps, man. What are you working on next? You working on a project?
Yeah, sure.
Album, EP, what?
Working on the album.
Yeah. So how many tracks from the album you're working
on? I can say like maybe 8.
8 tracks.
8.
Any collabos?
It's always similar like this.
Yeah.
Mangsi sent to a collabo.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bill Gambe feel like among my been collab.
It's good actually. It's very good.
But for now, it's good like as an upcoming artist. Sure.
So before we take a leave of you, man, I told you it's a culture on this show. We have 2 artists in the studio with me, man. We're about to have fun. Let me have my beat, man. We're about to have fun in the studio. Yeah, man. I'm giving you guys a salibo today. It's my salibo from these guys. You take it in advance. Let me have my beat.
Balale.
No, we're not doing balala. We're doing something different today, man.
All right.
Our Gambia featuring Lil Pumps in the studio, man.
I told you now.
My beat. Yeah, so you can give out your final words as well before the beat get ready.
Shout outs to every fan, shout out to my family, friends, and shout out to my manager Ali Wali and everybody, everyone that put their hand into this album. The producers in Senegal, Bril Chokos, and Phoenix Films. Also a shout out to my mom and my dad, my family for always motivating me. Yeah, shout out to Jaina Balde also all the way from Senegal for, we did a little collabo that is going to be part of the album. So yeah. Shout out to everyone.
Okay, I'm gonna give my shout out to my fans as well, like and shout out to my mom and dad.
Don't forget the Eunice people, man. Eunice people out there.
I'm you because you want to the Eunice icons.
So my bit is here.
Shout out to everyone, dad.
Big shout out to everyone. We're about to have fun in the studio, man. International collabo. Our Gambia featuring Lil Pumps, man.
Hey. Let's go. Hey. Come on.
Come on. Come on. Give it up.
Hey. Hey.
Telling you learning. Bigger, better, doing bigger things with learning. Yeah. Telling you learning. Bigger, better, doing better things with them. Yeah.
Hey.
Give an inch, you take a mile. Laat je ze gaan, you jolle five. Dem bu jeex te doen you tie. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey, fans, what you say? What you say?
Hey. Any day, anyway, bu ma jëlate fokk dama fole ji gaal seen ida baabu ko dey tere ñu waxane man maa de laal seen yaa góor ji géej lu ma géej góoraa di ñu sant nog ma ni Omar Sène duma bii du bis tey góoraa di ñu sant nog ma ni Omar Sène noonu funkande jigi jaka na fi xel yi taxul ma topp ko duma ko jënd wax mama kande taxaw président taxul ni wina fi mu oote rek dina jax dumay laa nekk di represent dena bu yaaka kon jarul di gasay pax dumay laa nekk di represent dena bu yaaka kon jarul di gasay pax dooguma joon ay heartbreak dégg naa mu ne aju soole kunduta xamal ku fi wàcca dafa eeg mu dem si jobus wooye na fi benn tax kumuta lu ko tax duma jënd di jaan si pax a sumuta liya tax jupita ma tane fi dëkk sax
Hey,
original ak photocopy then you would take. Takuñu rombu coli joga yi di begge. Li warul ndoxe. Fuñu tollu ni. Maye wuñu dara. All eyes on me.
All eyes.
All eyes on me.
All eyes on me.
All eyes.
Sanga jedu ndoxe fuñu tollu ni.
Hey, man, I told you. I'm giving you guys a salibo. That's my salibo from me to you, man. But before I take a leave of you, man, my shot, man. My shot. Big Sam fashion store all the way in Busumbara. Link my plug is gonna get you set up, man. Call him on 397-3856, man. For my end, I'm saying bye bye, but I'm not forgetting my brother, Mamad Fine. Big shout out to you as well, man. Till I come your way on Monday, have a pleasant weekend and happy Tabaski to everyone in advance, man.
Come on.
Back to you, Bale.
Thank you very much. This is all we have for you in this edition. And we wish you a happy Eid al-Adha until we come here again. Have a wonderful day.